Hello, space travelers, and welcome to my little corner of the galaxy. How you guys doing? Let's see here. Oh, David. Hello, humans in the chat. It's a beautiful day outside. Flowers are blooming. Birds are singing. On days like this, humans like you should be enjoying this stream. Thank you. It's going pretty good. I wouldn't go as far to say it's a beautiful day outside. It is miserably hot outside. Oh gosh, I had to do some errands today and I got stuck in some bad traffic and I was just miserably sweating. Oh man. It's a line from Undertale. Oh, I gotcha. What do you think of my shades? They're not on my VTuber correctly at all. I decided to do this last second. So, got a little beach scene. I thought, we're knee deep in summertime. Why not talk about some summer memories today? But how have you been, David? How's everyone been? How was your weekend? I'm excited. I got some work done on Ne-Beela. I'm in the process with the line work, but I made some good progress hanging out with some of my friends yesterday. Just had a art day with some of my best girlfriends and just did art all afternoon. It was great. Let's see here. Memories. Remember when I said hello, humans in the chat? Yeah, those were the days. Oh man. Yeah, I wrote a couple of notes down for myself. Let me tilt my microphone up. Summer memories are has really changed its meaning for me over since I was a kid until now, but I'll get into that once more people file in. But yeah, how was your weekend, guys? What you been up to? I loved Barry Pumpkin's comment at the very top of the chat. It was almost 2 days ago, live in 44 hours. Oh man. Yeah, you like my Adobe stock photo? I just noticed all the Adobe watermarks on it, but that's totally fine. Again, last minute, but I thought it'd be funny. Let's see here. Let's see, yeah, so Lucy's done. I'm actually, let me pull up my iPad really quick here. iPad. Reflector for Amanda's iPad. Okay. Put that. Boop. There we go. Turn that off. Turn this off. Nope, that's not the right one. Nope. Where is it? Oh, here we go. It was down here. That's why. I'll have to fix this after stream. Here we go. So I'm working on, I've never done stickers and stuff like that, and I'm working on, thought Lucy would be a good first try for stickers. So I got her all just herself on there. I'm probably going to put her name on there somewhere, but it's all ready to go, hopefully, to print a sticker. I've never done it, so hopefully it'll work out. Let's see here. David, jokes aside, I have a lot of fun memories from summer. My trip to Minnesota, the camping trip where it only rained all weekend, getting buried to chest high in sand, like quicksand, but not quite. Corbzilla for the win. Hey, Corb, welcome to the chat. How are you? We are having, I'm going to call it the beach. Maybe I should have called this the beach episode for the title. I might change it later. But yeah, we're just hanging out by the beach with this Adobe stock photo. I got my sunglasses just hovering over my face in midair. Let's see. You're doing well. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I had a pretty good weekend. Got some drawing done with some friends. Let me pull it up actually. And turn this off. Oop, where is the iPad? There we go. This is what I got done while I was away for this, not away, but since last week. Obligatory speech episode. Yeah, I think I might have to rename when I get done with the stream, I'll edit and I might rename it to that. Yes, levitating glasses. Welcome, Nee. Welcome to the chat. How are you? I had let me see here. Turn this back up. Here we go. My Adobe stock photo beach. Just really immerse yourself into the realism that we're at the beach. with my floating sunglasses and Adobe stock photo. But yeah, Ne-Beela's turning out great. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Let me turn this back off. Boop, there we go. And turn this back on. Yeah, here we go. I've been really having fun with her hair and like really making it wild and crazy. I kind of based it off Marilyn Monroe's hair, but I wanted to give more space for the space that I am going to put in her hair. Temp Siren, hello, welcome to the chat. How are you? Hello, souls. Hey, welcome to the chat. We're nicknaming this stream The Beach episode. There we go. So I'll keep that there. So Ne-Beela's coming along. I'm going to keep working on her today. And I'll be chatting with my husband. We'll start planning to order some prints so I can put them up in my shop. Let's see here. Thank you guys for joining the stream. How was your weekend? Let's see here. Nee, I just finished setting up a fan in the kitchen to try and beat the heat problem. Ah, gotcha. Did you find something at the store when you were picking up your other things? Let's see. Souls, what's up, Awesome Jiffy? I'm doing great. Nice, good beach. Yep, Floating, levitating sunglasses, and a stock photo of the beach. Really immersive. Let's see, Corb. I was really enjoying a random Godzilla fighting game. Oh, what's it called? Is it just on the computer? Is it a console? But yeah, I thought this week, since especially because it is extremely hot outside right now and it's basically full blazing summer, I wanted to talk about like just memories of just summertime. And I've kind of realized, there's a huge difference of what summer memories or like summer meant to me as a kid versus a teenager now as an adult. So that'll be fun to talk about. Let's see here. Souls, my weekend has been good. I've been playing Trails Through Daybreak. I'm on chapter 3. Which game is that one? Can you remind me, please? Temp Siren, I'm burning, but I refuse to take off my coat. Let's see. Oh, gotcha. Just that a little bit. Okay. So, and then, probably sometime in the stream, I was gonna let you guys throw out some suggestions for next week's stream on what we should talk about. And I am things are almost set up and ready to go for a karaoke stream. I will let you know as soon as that happens. It will be on a Friday. So let me turn this off here. Turn my iPad back on. There we go. But yeah, Ne-Beela's really coming along nicely. I'm actually, I was convinced to kind of put her in a more full-bodied spacesuit. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna just, like have it be a two-piece, just not as, covering a little bit more than not. I'm not sure yet, but currently I have her dressed in like a full, and I thought it'd be cute to give her a space helmet, because Ne-Beela's originally kind of like based off Nuka Girl from Fallout, or just like the 1950s aesthetic of what space is. Let's see here. David, just found out I'm off this Thursday and the next 2 Fridays. Heck yeah, there you go. But let me zoom in here. Her wings, I'm really excited about. I love having the copy paste tool because I drew one wing with the cool pattern and I just duplicated it and it made it so much easier, and I can make it like more precise. But her hair is probably my favorite part so far, going wild and crazy, Marilyn Monroe style. And then her bodysuit, I haven't quite figured out how I want to put the pattern, but there probably will be some like rainbow patterning as well as the stars from the original drawing. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. And I'm still debating if I want to be cheaty face and there's a brush that's called Ne-Beela, and it literally does exactly what you think it would do, or if I want to stress myself out by doing it by hand, if that makes sense. But yeah, let me get what are your guys's favorite summer memories, or it could be a bad one, or what like makes you think of summer, and I will give you some of mine, but I want to hear from you guys first. Go. All right. I've been spending most of the day outside melting, so if I might be a little out of it for stream, but I think I'm doing okay now. I took a little rest, drank some water, and got some food in my stomach. But yeah, so we'll do the let me know your favorite summer memories, and then later in the chat I will ask you guys for some ideas or topics that you would like me to talk about. It can be something that you're interested in or something that you're curious about, and I will do research on it if it's something I don't know. All right. There we go. All right. Very, very excited with this picture. I'm mostly like, her hair is my favorite. I love the wings, but I really like the idea of like her holding this space helmet. And since she technically has antenna, and I was thinking about changing the antenna instead of making them kind of bulbous like mine are on my avatar, but something like more like a bee but with little stars on the ends instead of like mine. Let's see here. Souls. Hey Jiffy, I went to the mall today. Let's see, bought a music CD, the Bad Company Band. I don't think I've heard of them. What kind of music do they make? Let me see. Well, maybe I can sound off a few of my favorite summer memories. I remember, like, when as a kid, that summer meant like vacation. It meant like adventure. I was outside a lot as a kid, and we always went on like little family trips and stuff to like amusement parks. I always remember it's like, oh yeah, it's summer. I can just screw around and, you know, have fun and whatnot. And then as I got into my teens, I noticed like summer is kind of more focused around your friends that you're making in school, right? You're hanging out, staying up late, whether it's playing video games, board games, all that kind of stuff. And then as an adult, that's where it starts getting tricky. I felt like in my 20s, I was trying more things. Corb, oh, they make rock music. Okay. Corb, don't say they make bad music. That'd be pretty funny. I love a good pun. Thanks, Corb. But yeah, so in my 20s, I think I was doing like, you know, a lot of midnight movie showings with friends and trying out new things. I think I was in full swing in the con scene during my early 20s. But it, sorry, train of thought. Trying to think of very like specific ones. I know as a kid, I went to Kings Island a lot. It is an amusement park in Ohio, and they have some of the biggest and best roller coasters around. Let's see here. And I made a little playlist on YouTube of the music that I use from Stream Cafe. So hopefully there's a little bit more of a variety in the audio this stream. Let's see here. Souls. I remember no school and relaxing at the beach at Belle Isle and going picnic with family. That sounds awesome. Yeah, as an adult, you know, you're like, man, do we have the time and the money? It becomes almost a chore to go like on vacation or to go somewhere. The joke usually is like, I need a vacation from my vacation when I get back. Oh. I remember being just outside all the time when I was little. I was a very tan little Jiffy, despite my blue appearance now. I saw my high school years, I will say I saw a lot of bands. I went to, there's all these rock festivals that are like around here. I went to a few of those, and I'm trying to think what other band. I saw Linkin Park in my early 20s, but that wasn't quite summer. That was in the winter. But I kind of, music and friends and stuff kind of remind me of my high school days of summer. Come on. There we go. That's better. Let's see here. Mr. Nee. Summer as a kid was being stuck in a car and road tripping with the family, but evolved me to working more and putting more time in summer school. Yeah, oh yeah, summer school. I was in summer school for a couple reasons. One, I think my parents needed me to be somewhere safe while they worked. Kind of like somewhat babysitting, but also there was a transition where before I had my ear surgeries and I couldn't hear very well, I just wasn't listening to the instructions very well. It wasn't that I was doing it on purpose, but I would fail the tests and quizzes because I just didn't hear the instructions correctly. So that ended up making me have to take summer school. Hey, Ashton Player. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. How was your weekend? Thanks for stopping by my little corner of the galaxy. Today we're talking about summertime memories because it is knee-deep in summer and it's hot, and I thought it'd be fun. No worries. No worries. There's no worries about being on time or if you're a little late. These streams are here as a I'm just happy that you're here, so thank you. Corb, I've never been to summer school before. It's winter here? Oh, okay. Hey, I mean, no time like the present, right? No. Yeah, if even though it's winter, if you have a favorite summer memory or something that reminds you of summer, like what speaks summer to you? And another thing for me is definitely what was it? Oh, there, my brain just went blank. Oh no. Oh right, being a kid in the 90s, summer was just such a big deal. You could look at our commercials for like super soakers and Nerf guns, and like I feel like there was a lot of toys that were just specifically summer that it always stands out in my mind. And Nerf guns and super soakers, slip and slides, heck yeah. Yeah, summer school. I was the weird kid that actually really liked going to school. I actually was upset when my brother was going to school and I wasn't. Believe it or not. I remember actually really wanting to go to school. It was fun. For me, school was really fun until, kids aren't very nice. I got bullied quite a bit, but I was a big tomboy, so I was always like ready to throw back what people dished out. Let's see here. Souls, I enjoyed dinner meatloaf, spinach, and bread for dinner. Hey, we had some fried tilapia and some sharp cheddar mac and cheese, and it was delicious. Let's see here. What speaks summer for you, Corb, is a lake. Cool. Yeah, I'm ready for action. I always like to talk about this because I thought it was cute. It's embarrassing but cute that because I couldn't hear, I mispronounce words all the time, but it was like I was just like a cute little kid, so it just sounded adorable. But I would call a backpack a back and pack, which I think is pretty cool, and I think I should copyright that, patent it. So, let's see here. I think that looks pretty good. I am very impressed with this hair. This is a pretty detailed hair. I normally don't get this detail with my hair. Whee! Let's see. Yep. But yeah, high school is mostly just late night with friends, staying up drinking way too many energy drinks, playing video games. Gosh, what else? Yeah, just taking turns. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna stay at your house this weekend, and I'm gonna stay at you're gonna stay at my house next weekend. Just as to not annoy the heck out of our parents. Do I go to the beach during vacation? So where I'm at, we're pretty landlocked. We have, speaking of lakes, Corb, we do have lots of lakes around here. One of them being a pretty decent sized beach that I used to go to when I was a little girl, little alien. And then it had a ginormous wooden play place. Like this thing it looked like a tree house. And I remember I loved playing on that thing. I would be on there for hours, but I think they had to tear it down. Just, you know, it's old, made of wood, and had some like metal stuff. It's probably not safe for children to be on, kind of thing. But I remember loving that. Lakes are fun. I've become a little bit of a chicken. Getting in water that I can't see through, I get really spooked by it. I remember swimming in a lake one time, and I came out and I'm just chilling, and then I looked down and there was a leech on my knee, and I'm like, oh no, ew. Like, get it off me. It took a sec to get that. Thankfully it was a little one. I was like, I don't think I want to swim in this lake anymore. But I did go to there's a lot of like local pools here. A chicken, I thought you were an alien. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, lots of pools in like the surrounding neighborhoods, and I would go to those a lot with my friends during the summer. They're always packed full of teenagers and all that jazz. But it was a good way to spend an afternoon. Here we go. An alien chicken. Thank you. Corb knows what's up. I'm hoping to have a little alien chicken friend eventually, aka a little birdie friend from my avatar. I'm designing them, and I don't know if I'm gonna have it commissioned or if I'm gonna try to figure out how to do it myself, but we'll see. We will see. Do like that. One of my friends yesterday I was doing an art day with my friends, gave me a great idea. So I want to do voice acting stuff, and she's like, what if you made like, you know, it didn't have to be a serious thing, but what if I went through all the characters that I've created and make voices for them? I thought that would be a really fun way to show my range. Obviously you want to like add stuff like characters that people already kind of know, but I thought it'd be fun if I like have the creativity enough to make my own voice for characters. So I might be doing that. Let's see, Corb. I don't believe I've seen a chicken that is blue and it has antennas. Well, this little chicken is probably going to be like a blue-green and will have antennas on their head. It's going to be modeled after, I love birds. It's going to be modeled after my late pet, Itty Bitty. So, nicknamed, the pet will be named E.T.B.T. because, you know, E.T. extraterrestrial. Really, really bad pun, but I couldn't help myself. Oh. Give me one sec, guys. Whew. These work. There we go. I was having my husband bring over the fan. It is sweltering. Let's see here. I've seen a peacock though. Yeah, dude, peacocks are awesome. They're so full of themselves. Well, most birds are. It's funny to me that a lot of the males in Thanks, Blaine. A lot of the male birds are the flamboyant looking ones, where in like, you know, human society, you know, it's usually the women that are kind of the, like, they have the color and the glam and all that. Did I ever volunteer over the summer? No, I did. You did remind me though of, I went and worked on a farm, quote unquote. Kind of. So it was a friend's farm, and their grandpa had like horses, and I learned how to ride horses that summer and how to do stuff with horses. So that was fun. Okay. Man, let me get. Let's go to the wings. Maybe I should do that. Rename wing. Whoopsies. I remember I had no clue how to do anything with horses, but the grandpa's like, you're the smallest and the lightest of the three of you here. I'm gonna put you on this horse that we're trying to break, which means we're trying to make the horse rideable. And yeah, and usually what he would do is at least warm up the horse with the saddle on their backs. The horse's name was Strawberry, and we didn't do that that day. And unfortunately, as soon as I got on Strawberry, she's like, "Nah, I'm not about this today," and threw me off, and I fell flat on my back. And I remember being pretty spooked after that. Let's see here. You were bit by an ostrich, David? That is not a bird. You know, you shouldn't mess with too many birds, but that is by far one of the grumpiest birds I've ever seen. Turn this off. Ew. How did you manage that? Okay. Change. This one. Go. Try to do the same method here where I just draw this like once or twice and then just copy it. Let's yeah, I can only imagine. Was it at our zoo or where was it? Because we have a pretty awesome zoo here where I live. Oh man. Yeah, is he okay? Yeah, you clearly survived the ostrich's attack. But I need a play-by-play of what happened. Let's see, David, my aunt or family friend had an ostrich farm when I was growing up. How do they have an ostrich farm? I thought that was not an animal that you can keep. Or do they help, like, breed ostriches for zoos, by chance? That's strange. I've never heard it. Like, I've heard of ostrich farms, but I didn't know that they were something you can, like... I don't know if you have to have any, like, certifications or, like, how that works. David, I went to pet, which I did for a minute, but it saw my finger and thought it was a worm. Oh man, yeah, they're just like in a state of constant grumpy, I'm pretty sure. Like they know that they're big bird. They're like, hey, I am still slightly dinosaur-like, and I am very proud of that fact, and I'm gonna make sure you don't forget it. Over in Iowa somewhere. Oh, goodness gracious. Oopsies. Okay. That I'll have to look up if there's like laws about that or not. I feel like I don't know. I guess I was pretty like no rules here, except for the ones that prohibit you from being like existing. Let's see here. Do you want to own a pet tiger? Sure, go for it. Cute. Corb later forgets about the fact that the bird still had dinosaur inside. I think that's why some birds just look so grumpy, because they're like, I know what I was. I have fallen far. Itty Bitty, the little birdie I was telling you guys about, she was a parrotlet, and parrotlets are basically like, they're no bigger than a parakeet, and they're miniature parrots. They're from South America, I believe. And their personalities are little bird, but big personality. They think they're a big bird. So they can be really feisty, but she was adorable. She was a pain in my butt sometimes, but I loved her. She loved hanging out with me and all that jazz. Always called her my little dinosaur. They can bite pretty hard for a little bird. Let's see. Souls. Oh, right. One summer I went to a nice zoo, and it was a fun zoo in Ohio. Oh, okay. That was in 2015? Awesome. Yeah, a lot of my family is from Ohio. That is not where I'm currently at, but a lot of my family is from there. Okay. Do I like the shape of that wing? I think so. Maybe a little bit. Sorry if I keep spinning the canvas upside down. Left-handed problems. Cockatiels are buttholes. Oh, they can be. They're one of the most one of the more domesticated pet birds. I personally loved my cockatiel. It was a buttercup. They are super adorable. They're very, very social, but they can be little buttheads. I grew up with one that would just, as soon as I would take your full ear off, and as it sang with you. Yeah. It's all about reading the body language. Birds are all about body language. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, my itty bitty was definitely like that. If she was always just kind of a little bit sassy, but I think we had a lot of animals. I ended up taking her with me when I moved out, but I think we just had a lot of animals in our house, and it just made her kind of strung out. Didn't take too much to make her upset. She hated plastic bags, and I think a lot of parrotlets do. For some reason, they have a disdain for plastic bags, and I couldn't have her out if I was eating, if I got takeout and I was trying to get the food out of the bag, because she would just attack me. But other times she'd be all cute and puffed up and letting me pet her and all that, but I couldn't let her sit on my shoulder too much and go in my hair, which is where she liked to hide, because she would be nibble on my face, and it'd be all cute. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she would just out and over to friggin' bite me. She was a little butthead. Oh man. But I could not leave her, and I couldn't leave her alone too, which I didn't do. But if her cage was open and she couldn't see me, she was always tweeting, calling out for me, looking for me, even if I left the room for a few minutes. And all of a sudden I would just hear this and her wings fluttering, then boop, she'd be right on my head. Yeah, birds are extremely social creatures, so they need a lot of stimulation that way. But kind of works for me as someone who I vocal stim a lot, a little bit of echolalia, and having her whoopsies, come on, here we go. Having her around was kind of nice, because I just constantly more or less talk back and forth with her all day, and it was nice when I was by myself. Here we go. Yeah, let me see, what other fun stuff have I done? My husband usually tells the story of one summer he mowed the lawn or whatnot, and I think he did it twice, where he got sunburned so bad he ended up having welts on his back, and so now he doesn't like really hot showers and whatnot, because the sensitivity from the pain of that summer. Did you guys do any like camps or anything? I did the summer camp that the school provided, but that's about as camp as I got. Make sure chat got up. Uh-oh, what's going on with the chat? Give me 1 second. Making sure it's not frozen. 1 second. Weird. Let me do this. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It was the thing was not moving. There we go. Okay. Yeah, summers, I liked, again, it was a school thing, but like, it took the best parts about school, which was like doing arts and crafts or like going on field trips, and that was like almost every day. So I enjoyed the summer camps for school. High school, it's like, yay, no more class for like a little while. Let's see, temp siren. I remember one day my dad forgot me in a 7-Eleven, but after a bit he came back. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh man. That must have been quite the summer. Oh goodness. Oh, let's see, what else? As far as, oh, hey, Lixie, welcome to the chat. Does a World of Warcraft addiction count as summer activity?
Yes, it does.
My husband says yes, and I know that's something you definitely were doing during the summer. My husband was also knee-deep in World of Warcraft at one point. It does technically count, yeah, because I was talking about in like high school where I would just be up late, you know, Xbox 360 and gaming with my friends and just up until like 2 o'clock in the morning kind of thing. Where I don't drink energy drinks that much anymore, but man, I do not know how I was drinking those energy drinks in high school. I feel sick thinking about it. And now they have a lot more of those, you know, sugar-free or whatever versions. Let's see here. Oh, Mr. Nee. I only did it once and got sunburnt so bad I had to have the camp medic touch me up before going home. Was sick for 2 weeks after. Oh no. Oh yeah, you reminded me. Here we go. Yeah, summer memories of getting burned by the sun. My dad would always have these baseball tickets every year, same seats that were given by his then employer, and at least I think, or maybe it was my uncle. But I remember going with my friend one year, and we weren't under any sort of cover the entire game. I don't know if we stayed for all 9 innings, but when I got home, I was a lobster. I was completely red. I tried to like take like a cool bath, and like it hurt so bad. I think that's the worst I've ever sunburned myself. Just a little bit crispy. Oh man. Well, except for a few of us, it is summer now for some of us. What are your summer plans? Do you have summer plans? Anything cool? Hopefully you're being cool because it is hotter than heck outside. But yeah, let's see. Crunchy? Yeah, very crunchy. I could barely move. Come on. Let's see. It's not a real sunburn unless you blister. Yeah, I haven't had that happen, thankfully. That sounds awful. I used to live in Texas for a short time, and I was outside all the time, and I just somehow never sunburned, but I got very, very, very tan. Well, let's see here. Do you like rain during the sunset? Not particularly. I love me. We have some really good sunsets here where I'm at. I absolutely love sunsets. A lot of my color choices for stuff I notice are from like sunsets and whatnot. I had a lot of fun making my thumbnail for today's video. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna paint a pretty sunset with the orange and like the purples and pinks and the deep blues. It was so fun. It's always quite the spectacle when it rains and the sun's out at the same time. Let's see here. Lixie, summer plans consist of working at the box factory and then saving up money to go visit the future girlfriend. Aw, awesome, awesome. That sounds like a romantic summer, minus the box factory part. Oh, that's another thing that can kind of remind you of summer, like your first summer love, oh God, what was my first? I was probably in high school. It's like you're off for the summer and you're just like hanging out and oh man, going to movies and then to the mall because there's not too many places for teenagers to go to have a date than those few places. Oh, I remember. I used to go to a local roller skating rink a lot during the summer, during the school year too. But I loved roller skating. I ended up being I can rollerblade, but I'm not the best with the regular. I think they were called inline skates or something. But I love rollerblading. But I went skating. It was probably a few years ago now, and man, my butt really hurt afterwards. You use so much of the muscles in your thighs and legs. I completely forgot about it. Oh, I know. I used to, so in my middle school time, there was a little arcade in this smaller part of town, and it was like a little family-owned thing. It was called the Black Hole, and my husband and I both used to go there a lot. They had a DDR machine, and I played so much DDR during the summer. Anytime I jump on a machine now, I'm like, how was I doing that? I get so winded after one full round or even one song. But yeah, they used to do what was called lock-ins, which I don't think a lot of places would do anymore. But basically, unless your parents came and got you after 9, 10 o'clock, the owner would essentially lock us in. That sounds kind of creepy if I say it out loud like that, but we get permission for all the parents, but it would allow us to stay out late but be somewhere safe. And this person, the family that owned it, they have cheap snacks that we can buy, and it was a good time. Let's see, David. That reminds me of the time I tried getting into skating. This kid pushed me into the rink and I got a fat lip. Oh no. Never been skating again. Ice skating, on the other hand, is a lot of fun. I tried ice skating. That takes a lot more muscle strength for obvious reasons, and I would like to try to do it again, but I was very klutzy. I definitely fell on my butt a couple of times. Oh man. Oh, this is good. I love the millennial in me is enjoying all the reminiscing, so don't mind me. This is great. trying to think what other... Yeah, arcades are kind of, unless you're going to, like, there's not too many arcades around anymore, but I do really miss, like, going to arcades. We do have a handful around here. I know Round One is still a pretty big chain of arcades, but dude, there's just something about going to an arcade. Though, if I had to be honest, it's literally the casino, but for kids. Same noises, the same flashing lights on the machine, the same like, oh, I'm gonna get this. I got one more round. I'm gonna put one more dollar in. I'm gonna get this thing. Oh man. Let's see. My first summer relationship, who's with a girl that had a house on a lake, and her aunt let us use it and speedboat as much as we wanted. This was almost 15 years ago, and my friends are still upset with me for breaking up with her before the summer was over. That was their in, Lixie. They want a speedboat too. Oh man. That's really funny. You have the craziest stories, Lixie, I swear. That does kind of remind me when I was telling you guys about when I was on the horse farm. The grandpa was very much about, like, you know, we're out in the middle of nowhere, out, you know, we're basically there's no traffic anywhere, and he was letting us all hey Div, welcome to the chat. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a great weekend. We are doing what I am nicknaming now the beach episode for our stream today. We're talking about summer memories. You just woke up? Well, good morning. Thank you, thank you. I was just telling my husband the other day that I think that's it's very kind and sweet that you want to join in on the stream first thing waking up, joining in on my stream. So that's very kind of you. I hope it's a good way to wake up. I know I use some of my favorite content creators to relax, but I never thought about using that as something to wake up to. But yeah, we're talking about summer memories today. So as you can tell by my cool floating levitating shades, you know, I'm ready to talk about summer. So if you have a favorite summer memory, I would love to hear about it. Let's see here. Right. And I'll zoom out for you here. There is more to Ne-Beela here. I got a lot of stuff done off camera. So here she is so far. Been real fun working on her. I'm just kind of doing the line work for her wings. And decided to put her in a full, like more of like a full-bodied spacesuit. I thought it'd be fun. Yeah, I don't know. I just love your stream. Oh, that's really nice. Thank you. I just realizes how flattering that is, because like I know first thing in the morning I listen to podcasts, I think first thing in the morning, and I guess it's kind of similar. Kind of helps me get going. I listen to, like, what do I listen to? Distractable. I don't know if anybody knows the lovely Distractable guys, Mr. Mark, Bob, and Wade. Oh, you fell asleep last stream? Oh, that's okay. I definitely use some some compilations from other people that like I probably watched 100 times and like, oh, this will help me relax and go to sleep. Well, thank you very much for joining into the stream. I hope you had a great weekend and a good start to your day. And if you have a summer memory you would like to share, please let me know. And then probably, let's see, what time is it? 6:51? Probably here in a little bit, I'm going to ask you guys for some suggestions for next week's stream. And then we can kind of pick, like, it only lets me do 5 options at a time for a poll. So if we'll try to find like 5 different options and I'll put them in and we'll kind of vote between those. Because I thought it'd be interesting to look into stuff that you guys like or that you're interested in, and whatnot. I'm trying to find more ways to hopefully make you guys feel like you're participating and getting to be a part of the stream. Right now I'm a little limited, but I do know I know on Twitch and stuff they have all the noise notifications and like bits and all that and whatnot. Oh, let's see here. Dib. Yeah. Your voice is relaxing and it feels great to have someone to talk with when I wake up. Oh, that's very sweet. Well, I'm glad to be of service that way. Saber Wolf Alpha. Watching monkeys grooving helps me sleep. Hey, I mean, whatever scratches your you know, that itch, you know. Welcome to the chat. I think you're new to the chat. Have you been here before? I try my best to keep track of everybody, but I can't always remember, unfortunately. Well, I'm hope when I do the karaoke stream that it the good voice thing is still there. I've been practicing. I've done like I'm no professional, but I did like a lot of I did choirs in my top choir in school. I love music a lot and I sing all the time. So I'm very excited to do that. Let's see. It's normal. Don't force yourself. Yep. That's always something to remember. Like you don't ever have to force yourself to do something that you're uncomfortable with or don't want to do. So let's see here. New boy here. Well, welcome. Let me take. I think these sunglasses are a little distracting. Well, let me take these off really quick. Sorry. There we go. My name is the karaoke stream. I will make sure to give you guys a heads up. I'll post on my YouTube channel and on my socials. It will be on a Friday. I'm thinking either before the end of the month or the start of next month. So I will let you guys know. But yeah, if you're new here, my name is Jiffy. I'm a late diagnosed autistic. I've used my art to find myself. And after I got diagnosed, I've always felt alien, and I kind of wanted to like share that with people because I know a lot of people on the spectrum also feel alien. So that's why you see an alien in front of you. I mostly draw, and I'm gonna hopefully be adding gaming and whatnot. I've been figuring that kind of stuff out, mostly trying to fit it into my schedule. But yeah, I started streaming in February. And I've been doing what's called my refresh series. So let me back out of this really quick. I've been taking old drawings of mine, like this one. Let me move this over. Come on. Oopsies. There we go. I've been taking old drawings of mine that I really thought were, you know, they were the best that I could do at the time. And I've been redrawing them and giving them like new life or a new face, learning digital art. So yeah. This one's probably one of my favorites so far. And currently we are working on finished projects. Here we go. This is what the original character looked like here. This is Ne-Beela. And I'm redrawing her right now. But yeah. I've always wanted to like share and help people and just talk about art, and so yeah, that's why I'm here. So thank you very much for taking the time. I also enjoy the arts, though I mostly just doodle on my downtime. Hey, that's absolutely okay. I kind of like I didn't really take my art seriously for a long time because I didn't have a lot of like support or a lot of like any direction, and I was kind of like around the time digital art was really taking off, and back then I feel like digital art was really gatekept as far as like it was expensive, you know. You need the tablet, you need the Photoshop. There wasn't as many programs as there are now and like different options, and I just I kind of gave up on it for a while. But drawing is the #1 thing that I've been doing since I was little, and the one thing that I really like feel passionate about and that I like really connect with. So I usually do a lot of character creation to help like deal with like some internal conflict or parts of myself. It's a way for me to do art therapy, basically. So Ne-Beela here, let me probably do this really quick. Here we go. So I kind of created her. So I have chronic depression, among the other myriad of things. And I originally created her when I was just like really down in the dumps, and I was just like, what if there was like some galactic bee that would just like pollinate the galaxy or with happiness or something like that. So it's very silly a little, but she made me very happy when I when I drew it. So she's one of my favorites. Let me move it back here. Here we go. Oopsies. Don't need this. Yeah, a lot of the characters that you might see, and if you don't recognize them, are probably my characters. And yeah, it kind of helped me process parts of myself that I have trouble with. I always had one of my family members like, you should draw what you feel, and I was like, I don't know how to do that. And clearly I do. It just not in the sense of, I was thinking more abstractly with that, but drawing the characters is a little more on the nose, but it works for me. So and they've become like one of the reasons I'm redrawing a lot of these is they were just so important to me during a very crucial time of my mental health growth and development that I want to keep them around. And then redoing all these drawings have just made me like fall in love with them all over again. Silly, it's an amazing concept for a character though. I love how creative you are when using colors, shapes, when designing them. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Doing the digital art has really like, my brain's in full like, oh man, there's all this stuff I can do now. It's really broadened my horizons with my creativity. But yeah, I really appreciate that. I'm hoping any of the characters that you guys see help you in some way, or just, you know, something you can relate to. Cherry, that one that was earlier on in my refresh series, so I didn't quite do the elaborate stuff that I'm doing now. I might redo that one later, but that was the first time I started drawing like more curvy figures, and I've always struggled with my body image. And I wanted to like show myself that like, hey, it's still pretty. Like curvy is pretty, chubby is pretty. Like you don't need to, you know, be rail thin. And unfortunately, like there's just still a lot of that out there, but it kind of helps me feel comfortable in my own skin. Let's see, Saberwolf. I enjoy character and world creation. I worked on developing an alien civilization. Oh, you did? That's awesome. Was it like through a game, or like what was the medium for doing that? World creation is not my strong suit. I think my husband's a lot better. He's a dungeon master, if I could put it in plain terms, and he's always been good at creating stuff like worlds and whatnot. I always love just making new characters. Some of my friends, my old group of friends would get so frustrated. Like, I cared more about like the aesthetic and like the backstory of my D&D characters than like how the mechanics of D&D worked, and that's just how I've always been. I definitely know how the game works now, but I'd more like care about making a fun character to play. But yeah, and if you guys haven't, take a few seconds to please like and share this video. If you if you have anybody that's lost in this big old galaxy of ours and just wants somewhere to stop and chill for a little bit, send them my way. Tip, chubby character is pretty. Yeah. I want to learn body proportion. It's so hard to make chubby or something more, excuse me, I don't know the term, fat, and it's so hard. I want to have an OC with different body shapes, you know? Yeah, absolutely. That, let me back out really quick here. You have to kind of be careful when you're looking up in artists that do chubby girl stuff, because you will possibly most likely run into more. Like, I don't have any problems with smut and stuff or rated R stuff, but if that's not your jam, just be careful when you're looking it up. I did a little bit here with Boo and whatnot. I love, because like, I don't feel like I have a big stomach necessarily, but that is a lot of people's most self-conscious area. So a lot of the drawings or things I've been doing, they kind of expose that area as a way for me to like feel comfortable about it. This one is another version of Lucy I did. This is all traditional color pencil, but yeah, drawing slimes is a good way because they're so morphic. They can kind of change into any shape, you know. And then Cherry down here, this is Cherry Chub is what I call her. She was the original drawing of this was actually done like 2011, and I drew this really overly like just like, oh, I'm a dainty little girl with eating cupcakes, and she was like very thin, very skinny, nothing like not that that's a problem, but I thought, like, wouldn't it be funny to basically, because there was a bunch of cupcakes in the picture, what if she ate all the cupcakes? You know, like, what? I mean, it's on her face. She's like, what? So what? I like cupcakes, and like her outfit has shrunk. It doesn't quite fit the way it did, and I just thought it was a fun concept. Let's see here. So I've been doing it so long now that I keep unintentionally drawing more curvier characters, which is not necessarily a bad thing. This one's more like traditional, like anime looking kind of thing. This is my self-insert magical girl, Sailor Dawn. That one I might redo eventually, but yeah. Definitely, it's all about something that I've noticed with anatomy and body work. It's just all about like making sure things are lining up, if that makes sense. Like if you look at my avatar, like from shoulder to shoulder, okay, you draw a line. I always like draw a line to make sure, like, oh, are these two elbows, if I were to draw a line through it, are they going to connect from one side to the other? I don't know if that makes sense. Cupcakes, yeah, I love cupcakes. I'm a big cake person. My work is mostly in my notebooks. I'm not much of a writer. Oh, I gotcha. Do you draw like maps or anything? I think people that can do maps are pretty cool. That's a lot of detail and work. And like if you think about the, you know, we don't have the technology that we did now, but the old like drawn maps from like way back in the day. The next character, I mentioned it I think a few streams ago, but I am working, I need to get on making Neuro and D, which are my two clown sisters that represent my autism and my ADHD. I kind of drew them in a more cutesy cartoon style, and I'm kind of going to do the same thing with my next character. So I want to make sure that I don't get, you know, caught and stuck in the same, like drawing the same thing over and over again. Because I will, I'm a creature of habit. It kind of makes it like I have to do that so I don't get too comfortable and I keep pushing myself. I think one of the first things that I did to push myself with art was I had a friend tell me, like, as far as backgrounds go, like there shouldn't be any white in the picture unless it's intentional. So like, I don't know, let's say I'm drawing, here's a good example. I'm sorry if I'm going back and forth here. So back to Cherry here. I just started doing really simple backgrounds. So this right here, that's all that was just yellow, pink line. I kind of tried to make it look like a swirl or something. And it worked. Because before, I would just kind of leave the backgrounds blank. Here's a good one. This one's pretty old. Basically, yeah, just leaving little white circles or just some sort of pattern. And it immediately elevated my drawings like to the next level. So I try to always have like something going on in the background, whether it's simple or more detailed. This one from Ori and the Blind Forest, I think it was called. This one, first attempt at really doing like a whole scene. I'm definitely a lot of errors as far as like the perspective, but I thought I did pretty good. Drawing really detailed backgrounds like that, that's a whole other like, do I have the spacious the spoons for it? Yes, no negative space, basically. Like, see, correct, you can do it, yeah. So cool. Yeah, thank you, souls. So I I was going to college for like a bachelor's in graphic design, but you know, again, I kind of just I got a little too intimidated, and some of the teachers that I had definitely were not helpful. They kind of were a little pretentious, if that makes sense. Let's see here, Saber. I actually created this alien civilization by starting with their goddess, which I did try my hand at the female form. Yeah, I love drawing ladies. They're so fun. I will say it's funny that I draw ladies so much now, because all I used to draw in like middle school, end of elementary school was Dragon Ball Z type stuff, because I was like super into Dragon Ball Z at that point. And but I have not really drawn a male character in quite some time, and I bet you if I try to go to draw one, I'm gonna be like, how do I do this? I don't remember. But yeah, female, I just feel like the female form is just so, like, the male form can be too, but I just feel like the female form is so diverse. There's so many different shapes that come out of the female form, and I think that's beautiful. So I think with Ne-Beela here, I really kind of missed the mark the first time with her. Like, if you think of a bee, like a bumblebee, they're more like, they're kind of round and whatnot, right? So I realized I like made her legs really long and skinny, and I kind of gave her a little bit of a stomach, but not quite. So this time I'm kind of doing the pear body shape. So I gave her a smaller chest, but she has really thick thighs, like more of a bottom heavy kind of form. And I really, really like it. And it also just kind of goes with the whole, if you look up like bee girl or bumblebee girl, you kind of find similar drawings like that with that shape. Because I know I have some pear-shaped friends that like, man, there's like hardly any representation of my body type, and I think it's always good to try to push yourself to expand upon whatever quote-unquote the norm that you see is. I know there's been a lot of push for like I don't want to necessarily call it the dad bod, but like as far as male forms go, like not every dude needs to be super jacked, you know. They can be like it could be muscular without being like super cut, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, they could be softer, but just because they look softer doesn't mean they are less masculine looking, if that makes sense. Here we go. Okay. Took me a second to do this whole wing here, but so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do this. We do a little copy and a little pasting. I hope some of that makes sense. I'm not always the best at explaining stuff. Yeah, I took a couple years of college, but I kind of gave up, unfortunately. I felt like you either had to be really good at digital art and had access to it, or like this phenomenal painter or expressionist kind of thing. And Thor from God of War, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a really good example of that. So, but it's crazy how just like a decade changed, you know, the creative space, right? YouTube came along, streaming came along, and now we can all like just do what I'm doing right now. And I kind of been learning at my own pace. I definitely learned a lot in the few years that I took art stuff in college, and I don't regret that part. If I went back now, I think I would feel a lot more confident. But college is just really hard for, at least for me personally. I didn't, again, know I was neurodivergent, and I basically went from having a lot of help in high school to basically none when I got to college. There was not a lot of assistance, and that's when I started failing. I went from an A and B student to like C's and D's and barely passing, and I was like, what is happening? Oh man. Not everyone learns different. Everyone, you know, I take in information at a different pace than a lot of people, and it always made me feel dumb. But when you have both autism and ADHD, it's a rough ride. And I think the crux of it was, at least like in high school, you're like, oh, I failed this test, oh, the worst of... Oh, hello! Welcome to the chat, how are you? I cannot reach your name. Let me 1 second. Thank you so much for joining my chat. My name is Jiffy. Let's see here. First time? Let's see here. Thank you so... Oh, that's so... Let me 1 second. I'm going to try to see if I can translate this because I want to know what you're saying. 1 second. One moment, guys. Let's see here. Let me see if I can see what you're saying. Google Lens, please. I want to translate. Oh, it's translating to he's got a lot of money. I'm watching the stream right now and cringing. So I have no idea if Google is letting me down or whatnot, but that's silly. Yep. That's okay. Hey, being cringe is a-okay. I've already accepted my cringe. Lixie, I think I may have said this here before, but I've since recognized that the perfect purpose of a 4-year degree isn't to teach you how to do something, but to have you prove that you can do something really interesting. Let's see. Alpha, summer classes were not the best choice for me. Let's see, something really hard with so sadly they will try to break you by design. No, yeah, and Google Translator gets worse and worse. They sure do. I hope I'm not cringe, but it's okay if I am. My name is Jiffy. I'm a late diagnosed autistic. I always felt alien, so that's why you see an alien in front of you. I use my art to help find myself, and as currently what we're doing today is taking my old drawings and giving them a new face to kind of help me learn how to do digital art, which is a big crux of mine that I kind of put off for a long time because I just thought I was too far behind my peers. There's no way I can catch up. And just doing this, like, I've been messing around with the program on and off for like over a year, but like just streaming consistently and working on these projects for the past since February, I've already seen a huge, like, oh, I can do this. Of course I can. It's always you that stops you, right? But yeah, thank you for joining the chat. If you have time, if you can like and share this video and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Soon, I am currently almost ready to launch my website. We're gonna double check some things, and I will have a lot of the pictures that I'm working on for sale on it. But I gotta order the product. Selling your stuff and whatnot is definitely another like obstacle. Like, okay, I want to make sure I'm doing everything right because there's like a lot more like legality things involved and all that jazz, if that makes sense. Let's see. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your time here. Monday, pretty much Monday, every Monday at 6 o'clock Central Time is when I stream for art. I'll be adding more streaming hopefully soon. And I do have a karaoke stream that I am working on setting up. So I will make sure everyone has a good notification for that. So hopefully it won't be like out of the blue or something for you. But yeah, Div, I will be right back. I want to promote this to my Discord server. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, when Div gets back, I think what I am gonna do is I wanted to get your guys' suggestions for next week's topic. If you're new here, I usually like to have a topic every week to kind of keep the chat going along, but to kind of just get conversation going. Sometimes they're just silly things. This week is all about your summer memories. Do you have a good summer memory? Or what reminds you of summer? And then hoping to have the chat pick next week's topic. Here we go. Alright. Let's see. Is Div a gremlin? Do we need to put out snacks? I'm not sure. You might have to ask them. I'm not positive. So nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate everyone that comes back week after week. It's meant a lot to me. I've mentioned a few times when I first started, you know, I have some of my friends that are real sweet and they joined in on the stream, but like talking to yourself is, you know, I do talk to myself, but it's a little hard when you're live streaming. Yeah, that's fine the way it is. Just leave it like that. Okay. Yes, give me. Okay, yes. Lixie, apparently we need snacks. Let me see here. Do we have food? Ah, we do have food. Aha, here we go. Donut. Lots of donuts. Maybe some cake. Here we go. Boom. Oh, man. All right. Still end goal by the end of the year to have my VTuber upgraded. I'm very excited about that. Been talking with my artists, and if you would like to know where my VTuber came from, or PNG tuber, should be down in the description. She took an original concept of a character of mine and made what you see before you. Yummy donut, I'm hungry now, yeah. Oh man. Donuts are awesome. I love me a freshly made donut. What time is it? 7:18? Okay. Alright. Well, if you guys would give me 1 sec, I'm gonna take a little alien restroom break, and then I'll be right back. And then I'm gonna put it out there. What would you like me to talk about next week? Give me some ideas, leave them in the chat, and I will put some in a poll. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, thank you guys for waiting. Alright, so please down in the chat, if there is something that you would like to chat about in next week's stream, leave me some ideas down in the chat. And then I will do a poll. Do. Welcome back. Thank you. Yes. I really appreciate you guys being here. It's always a really nice time. see here. Let's see. Different, like, like people's favorite candies and stuff. That'd be a fun topic. Candy is let's see. Well, how should I put it? It is also kind of, I guess, maybe some of the older, old-fashioned candies. It always felt like kind of like an art form, like decorating or like baking and whatnot. A very creative market. we can do like just food in general, or sorry, but I got a little focused on the wing here. Let's see here. Good food, candy. Maybe there, you know, again, it doesn't have to be a heavy topic, but if there's like, you know, something that like you've kind of wanted to know more about and just wasn't sure, I'd be happy to do that too. It can be more art stuff, or let's see, it could be life experience stuff. Let's see here. David, sorry if I'm not in the chat much this stream. Currently playing Minecraft while relaxing and enjoying the stream. I had a thought for a stream topic earlier today, but cannot remember now. That's okay. And yeah, absolutely. The art streams are here for everyone to relax. It's Monday, it's the start of the week. You know, don't want to go too crazy. If I do add another day of streaming, just consistently, it'll probably be on Friday evenings. Because I think it'd be a good way to kick off the weekend, and that way, you know, everyone could still have the rest of the weekend to do other things. Let's see. Coolness. Yep. Yeah, because I try my best to balance topics between, you know, fun stuff, some heavy stuff. Sometimes it'll line up, like, you know, it was Pride Month last month, and then it was and in April it was Autism Awareness Month. I try to line up stuff like that. $7.25. So just question for the chat. I have lots of questions usually because I like to gauge like what you guys enjoy. I know the longer I stream is good for, you know, algorithms, stuff like that, but do you guys like the 2-hour time frame for the art streams, or do you feel like they need to go longer? I've currently been trying to just do what makes me feel comfortable, but I also don't want to lose, you know, if this is boring or there needs to be more of something, I would like to know from you guys. Let's see here. David, for a future stream, could talk about school days similar to summer memories when kids go back to school. Yeah, you like the 2 hours? Yeah. So I mean, and it might just be me getting older. I honestly just don't have as much time as I would like to watch longer formatted stuff. I'm not a huge fan of short stuff, but I just kind of want to find that sweet spot, you know? Hey, Berry Pumpkin! The old voice, huh? Welcome to the chat. Your message, I think, did I pin it? Yeah, I pinned your message the other day live at 44 hours. It made me laugh. How are you doing and how was your weekend? Let's see here. Yeah, channels such as the old voice. Can you help me out, Div? I'm not sure what you're referencing. Are you talking about the show or are you talking about my voice? I apologize. Sometimes things go over in my head. Oompaville. Oh, yes. I'm aware. I don't know if I've ever watched that channel, but I'm aware of who that is. But yeah, I even like my favorite content creators. Yeah, too long of videos. Yeah, so because not everyone can sit through, 4 hours of streaming. Oh, your voice, the sudden oh yeah, the old. I do those so like I do my voices so like just out of the blue, like a parrot, that I don't even realize that I'm doing it. I will say that I listened to that Poyo, that part of me saying Poyo so many times. I'm like, when was someone gonna tell me that I can do Kirby's voice? I just like do it automatically. Yeah, I love making silly voices and sounds and whatnot, so be prepared for more of that. Yeah, your messages, Pin, it really cracked me up. Poyo! Poyo, poyo, poyo! Yeah, as soon as I'm excited after this one to do the Kirby Cafe pictures. Yeah, Barry, I pinned the message because it was like, I think it was in the evening, and I was just checking on stuff, making sure it was ready to go, and then I noticed you had commented in the chat, and it made me laugh. Well, you're like a voice actor. Oh, I appreciate that. That's something I've mentioned probably ad nauseum, but it's something I really want to do. And I think this is a good way to like get some practice, and you guys can definitely give me feedback. What did I do earlier? Oh, I was doing a chicken earlier, but I don't really know if that's voice acting. We were talking about chickens and aliens and stuff earlier. I love singing and whatnot, but that I don't know if I'm like good enough for that, but yeah. But that's what the karaoke stream would be a good test for. Let's see here. I could straight up mimic some animals. Heck yeah. Do you ever do that out in public and like confuse the locals? Berry Pumpkin. So I took my first driver's test today. Hey, got 4 of them wrong. They won't let me retake it, but I passed. Oh, really? I failed the first time. I passed the written test, but I was so nervous for the driving portion of it. I ended up having to redo that part, but I was in the car with the driver, and my best friend was taking the test at the same time, and I'm just like, we're almost at the end of whatever course that they want me to go like drive around for, and he's like, I was like, so how am I doing? Am I doing okay? And he's like, oh no, you failed. I'm like, sitting at like train tracks waiting for the train to pass by, as I'm just sitting in silence trying not to have a meltdown that I have to do this all over again. He just like crushed me. And it was an older dude, but I was devastated. Have you taken the driving portion of it or just the test? Let's see, how does alien sound like? Oh, this one can do a lot of stuff. That's aren't there like, I swear in media, like when I was younger, like one of the caveats of like alien characters in sci-fi movies was they could do weird crap like that, where they can do like random animal noises or mimic people like exactly. Oh, this one could do a lot of sounds and voices. Oh man. I won't do it on stream right now because I don't want to hurt your ears, but I can do the Woody Woodpecker laugh, and I know in middle school that people were only making me do it because they were laughing at me, but it is funny. Let's see here. Alpha. Yes, I could do the Woody Woodpecker laugh. It's if you really want me to do it, I'll do it, but I'm just warning you, it's kind of loud, and I'll try not to be right near the microphone. Alpha, when I was a baby, I started mimicking dinosaurs on TV. Yeah, heck yeah. Berry Pumpkin, no actual driving yet, just a test on one of their machines. Ah, I gotcha. But yeah, circling back just a little bit, yeah, the format of the videos. So for Friday night stream, I kind of want to leave that to be a little bit longer of a thing, as long as everyone's having fun. But I feel like 2 hours is good, and if I really need to do something longer, or it needs to be longer, I can just, give you guys a heads up. That's why I think it's important to have the topics each week with my art stream. So that way you really don't have to worry about where I'm at in a drawing. You like, oh, I don't remember this topic. Let's listen to it. Because most of the time I'm just zoomed in on the picture anyways. Literally that's the only difference in my videos is how far along is the picture. But I kind of more care about like the conversations that we have, if that makes sense. Yeah. 2 hours is average, not too short nor too long for a VTuber or PNG tuber stream, in my opinion. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, because you know, it is really awesome that that you guys are taking your time out of your day to watch my content, and I want to make sure that you're enjoying that, because time is kind of a rarity. You know, that's like, you know, money's one thing, but people's time is really like valuable. And I want to make sure that I'm not wasting anybody's time. Let's see here. I like that. Thinking out loud here. Don't worry, I waste my own time. That's a mood, dude. Oh man, did I just sit here and scroll through Reddit for like an hour and a half in bed and didn't do anything else? Yes, I did. That's another thing I was like taught, like, and I'm not always good about it, but like, if the first thing you do in the morning is like doom scroll, you know, that's kind of setting up how the tone of your day is gonna go. My morning time is precious, and watching your stream is like a cherry on top. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. That is adorable. Berry Pumpkin, not Reddit, but YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, and so if you're doing content creation, the thing that gets hard, and why a lot of like YouTubers that are around my age are burnt out, is just you're just connected all the time. And like it's really healthy to give yourself breaks. And like of course some of the bigger channels now have like people that can like do the social media stuff or whatnot. I'm unfortunately, you know, I'm just a little alien. And I have to do a lot of that stuff myself, and sometimes I'm just like, like, I wish I could just take out that part of it and just do the creative part of it. So I have to be very careful to not burn myself out on, like, just being online that doesn't have to do with my art and my streaming, if that makes sense. I used to, I'm very caught up on, like, the political landscape in my country, but, like, there was a point where I was, like, I had to take a step back because, like, yes, I want to be informed, but I was making myself depressed. And I was like, I can't do it. I want to be informed, but I'm going to have to put up some boundaries with this because it's just physically, like, wearing me out. And also, like, I haven't had it too much, thankfully. On the channel yet, but of course the bigger you get, the more you get the riffraff, right? But I haven't had too much bullying or anything online yet. I kind of just, when people come in the chat or leave, I've had some nasty comments on my videos, and I'm just like, you really wasted, why are you using your own time? Again, it's a precious thing, right? You're wasting your time commenting on someone's content that you don't even know. It's okay that you don't like it. It's not like I'm doing anything offensive, but my avatar apparently looked like creepy or weird or whatever, but like their insult was so, like, I can tell it's just a young kid behind a keyboard, you know? And it's just really sad. Like, why are you wasting your time? Like, if you're saying things like that to someone you don't know, what kind of mean things are you saying to yourself? Because that's what it sounds like to me. I think Markiplier has a great approach of, like, he just he has a thicker skin than a lot of people. Like, he just doesn't care. And I've tried to really adopt that attitude. Obviously, like, constructive criticism is always welcome. Let's see here. Let me get caught up here. Alpha, I'm always a little shy or apprehensive about posting my art online. Yeah, absolutely. So a way that I like to like phrase that is, yeah, you're putting yourself out there. You're literally putting a piece of yourself out there. When you're doing something creative, it's a vulnerable thing. And I just, you know, I don't always, people don't always like my stuff or whatnot, but not everyone's going to. People that waste their time, like, ragging on you or insulting you, like, people that are mean like that, I just feel sorry for them, because I, as someone who went through, like, a period of time of how mean I was to myself, like, man, if they're saying this to me, how do they talk to themselves, you know? And I try to look at it through that scope. But, you should draw because it makes you happy. Creating is a form of expression that helps, you know, for me, it releases a lot of stuff, you know? I always say in my little intro, before I was diagnosed, like, I started an Instagram account in like 2018 or something, and just started posting my art as some, like, I was just doing it, because I wanted to draw stuff. And sure, like, of course I want people to like it, right? You want people to, you know, be nice, but unfortunately the internet's not always the nicest place. So I try to focus on the people that do give me the time of day, like you guys. Like, that means what you guys think means more to me than some random comment that I'll get on the internet. You know, and it's a-okay if people don't like my art style or think my skills need to be a little bit better, but that's what art is. It's a never-ending journey to get better. You know. Let's see here. Or posting in general. Hey, you know, you don't necessarily need, if you don't want an online presence, you don't have to. It was I had to fight, like, internally with that. It's like, am I ready for this? Do I want to be someone online? It still makes me nervous, because the internet moves so fast nowadays that I am scared I can't keep up with it. Berry Pumpkin, I've barely done any art, so my art is bad, but I hope to be good one day. And the best way to get better is to keep drawing. You know, if I can, let me see if I can, the journey is always the most important part to me, so let me just try to show you guys an example here. So, yeah, here we go. So the very first drawing that I did for the Refresh series is this Hollow Knight one. And if we compare it to the original, it doesn't really look that much different. I kind of elevated some things about it, but I didn't I tried too hard to keep it, the color pencil aesthetic for it, but I didn't really do much other than just kind of enhance what's already there. So that was the very first one, right? So then the second one that I did was this one. Let me see here. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna show what this used to look like. Boop, boop, boop. And for those that have seen this before, thank you. I appreciate it. I tend to repeat myself a lot, but yeah. So here's what it did look like. And I was starting to have a little bit more fun with it. Boop, boop, boop. Add this back in. Doo, doo, doo. Here we go. Almost there. So many layers. But yeah, so now it looks like this. So this was the second one, and I was kind of start to get in a groove a little bit, right? And then the third one, technically, I think this was supposed to be the second one, but I've been kind of putting this one on the back burner. But this one's still coming along really well. The next one, oh no, the first one I did was this one, but I think I did this one off camera. But I didn't really change anything really about this picture. But now, if we go up here to this one, this is where I really started noticing like a change. And this is after, again, since February, just consistently drawing. More often, I was like hardly drawing once a week before, but like just consistently drawing. I have a before and after. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Please. There we go. Sorry about that. But yeah, huge difference. And very proud of myself. Let's see. Let's see. I love your art and your expression. Thank you, Souls. I appreciate that. So many draws. Yeah. The details. Oh my god, I just realized. Yeah, it reminds me of the old Pokemon images. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I would love to. They've had contests where you put like, you can have your art featured on a Pokemon card. So cute. Thank you. Magnetic Wing Horse is majestic. Thank you. Majestic. Oh, okay. I kind of like Magnetic Wing Horse. It sounds like a Pokemon. Here we go. So yeah, again, just here we go. Just doing it every day. Like, you'll notice, and there's a lot of the bumps in the road because I get really frustrated because there's a lot of technical stuff that I am still learning with drawing. Oh, here we go. Here's a good example. So yeah, look how, like, yeah, there's a little bit of a difference here, right? But I didn't really do that much, if that makes sense. It does look better, but that was like the first month or so that I was doing this series. This one, here we go. Same thing. Just kind of enhanced it a little bit. I definitely could have done so much more with this one. But, and I was telling my husband, like, oh, I want to go back and like, maybe I should redo this one the way I've been doing the other ones. It's like, no, that's the whole point with my channel or my page, is I want you guys to see the journey with the characters. And then this was the last one that I did. I really, really love this one. And through it, I've been realizing I've developed more of a style, and I feel confident in it. It looks like things are falling into place. Yeah, Lucy, yep, I love her. So yeah, I'm kind of doing the same thing again with this one, with Ne-Beela. I originally had like the same exact pose going on and everything, but I actually changed it up. So let me see, actually, whoops, wrong one. It's always better if I do like a side-by-side comparison. Got that on, got that, there, okay. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna save this. JPEG, save please. Let's go to 1 second. Finish projects. Click on this one. And I'll go back here. Bam, here we go. Bam. Alright, save. Okay. There we go. There we go. So far, this is where we're at with, whoopsies, with this one. Just kind of really elevating it. I originally kind of kept the same pose, and then I changed like her right hand's pose a little different. And I did have her her left hand doing the peace sign or whatever, but I was like, you know what? No. Let's try to push it in another direction. So like, yeah, just it's all about the journey. So as much as I want to fix some of the other pictures that were earlier in the series, it would definitely take away from, like, you can see the growth. I want you guys to see in real time what that looks like, and it takes a little while. Let's see here. Berry Pumpkin. The fact that fan art can make it into Pokemon cards explain why is the art so good. Absolutely. I like it. Thank you. The colors, I love them so much. Yeah, absolutely. I'm all, I don't know if you guys could tell, I'm all about the bright, bold colors. I grew up during the time of Lisa Frank. I don't want my stuff to look exactly like hers, but I definitely have taken a lot of inspiration. Let's see here. 7:46? Okay. Let's see here. Well, got about 15 minutes left. Would anybody else want to give some suggestions on what we should talk about next week? There we go. Okay. Am I on the right layer? There we go. And I always worried, I mentioned it earlier when I was talking about being in college. I always feel like I've always felt like I'm behind my peers. No way I can catch up, you know, but I am doing it. Just because you're not at the same place as somebody else doesn't mean you're not making progress. Here we go. It's really important just to enjoy. Like, when you're doing something creative, there's always gonna be the, like, stressful parts, the boring parts, but, like, you do it because you're passionate about it and you love it. Okay. Pretty good. We want something like that. No. There we go, I like that. You too? Absolutely. Can't think any. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I mean, that is part of, like, my stream, is like, if that's the thing I want to do, like, I try to make sure I have plenty of stuff to talk about. But I also wanted to make sure if there was something you guys wanted to talk about that we talk about. Music? Absolutely. Hey, yeah, I like that. That's nice and simple. Yeah, okay. Let's do music next week, guys. Think about what music means to you. What are your favorite songs, genres? Let's see. I'm definitely not the academic type. I feel that. My husband is very smart. I feel like he can read stuff and just, like, understand it. Me, I'm very hands-on. You're down for that? Okay, awesome. Yeah, I love music. Let's see. I didn't figure out what I wanted to study in college. Hey, I completely understand that. They basically are like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do, and threw me in college. And but the difference was, like, oh, now I have to pay for this, and if I fail, I'm wasting money, my money. You know, I wasn't prepared for that at all. Tricked, some might say. But yeah, music sounds like a great topic next week. Music has become really, really important to me, and I'll go into that next week. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, music's been a huge part of my life, so yeah, we'll do that next week. Think of like your formative years, like when you're growing up, like things that really stood out to you. I would love to hear about it. Cool. Music's good. All right. Thank you. I'm gonna send myself a note so I don't forget. Here. Let's see. Music for next week's topic. All right. All right, 7:50. Got about 10 minutes left. This is, you guys always we always have such a lovely evening. It's always relaxing and fun, and it's exactly what I was hoping for the art streams. Okay, so let me do. Gonna do one of these. And copy paste. Got that. We're gonna flip it and bring it over here. A feature that I have on Procreate that I have set up is called snapping, and it helps when I'm trying to line things up perfectly. So it's like, this is pretty symmetrical, and because you take the thing that you have selected and it'll, like, snap it into place. It's very helpful. Oh, I missed a spot up there. That's okay. So we're gonna merge that down, and then we're gonna merge you down, and then there we go. We got some wings. Heck yeah. There we go. And I apparently missed some spots over here. Yay. Do do do. Oh. Aha! There we go. I'll be working on Ne-Beela this week, hopefully just getting the colors down since I'm almost done with the line work. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys taking, like, not only taking the time to join the streams, but like, I'm always worried again that I'm going too slow, or I'm not, like, oh, I should be making more progress. I don't want them to be bored. So what is she holding? Oh yeah, so she is holding a space helmet. I originally designed her after the Nuka girl from Fallout the series, and so I gave her, like, I kind of did it a little better. I gave her like Marilyn Monroe looking hair, and she was wearing like something similar to Nuka Girl, very like 1950s space aesthetic, but I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. I was like, what if I actually put her in like a full spacesuit and have her have a helmet? It's kind of just, yeah, make it shiny, absolutely. Yeah, kind of hard to speedrun good art. Thank you. That's fair. That's, you know what? That's a good reminder. I'm gonna remember that. It is a chore, not a chore, but it's hard to talk and draw at the same time. So kudos that people that can like really do that and like really jam out some work. But yeah, so she's holding a space helmet. I just kind of have like a very basic shape of what it looked like. I thought it'd also be fun to draw because I haven't drawn like something that looks like glass or like like a, I don't know, bubble type texture, but I just thought it'd be cute, and a friend gave me a good idea of like a little sticker I can do with her trying to put the helmet on her head and all of her hair is just stuffed in this helmet, and all you can see is like a little bit of her eyes because her hair is so big and poofy. Let's see. Berry pumpkin. Unless you're gonna switch your style up and use straight line makers and use flat color fill buckets. Yeah, I really like thick, bold lines, and I think it's just my days of I love coloring books, which is also another project that I'm going to be working on to put in my shop. I always like. I know it's better to like paint in shapes and whatnot, but I always like, ooh, I'm gonna take my paint bucket and I'm gonna let's do an example here. Is it? It might not work. Let me see. Let's pick a color. Let's just do that. Is that gonna work? Nope. Oh, here we go. I'll do it here. But like, yeah, kind of like this, kind of MS Paint-y kind of stuff. I just drop the color in there, get all my flats in there. Let's see here. Div, take your time. You could finish your story first and go back to read chat so you don't get distracted with chat. I appreciate that. I think the switching between things is definitely a struggle. She reminds me of a character from Way Forward, a Way Forward game. Oh, I'll have to look that up. I'm not. What games have they made, or what is Way Forward? Turn that off now. Yeah, all I really have left to do is just to finish her bodysuit, and then I'm pretty much on to coloring, so I'm very happy with this. Let me turn this off. Come on. There we go. Oh man. Let's see, Way Forward. Let me look that up really quick. Way Forward. Video game company. Oh, okay. Oh, I like it. Oh yeah, that genie girl. Oh yes. Oh, Advance Wars stuff. Oh, okay. My husband loves Advance Wars. They made oh yeah, Shantae. Yep. That's awesome. Let's see here. All right. Oh, I am. Now the next thing though, for the background, because her hair is already gonna be like it's supposed to look like a Ne-Beela, so I'm not sure if I want to put her in space or kind of keep the whole rainbow coming out of her butt. kind of thing, because I just had the idea that she's like buzzing across the galaxy and the rainbow is like trailing behind her, kind of like Nyan Cat a little bit. Oh man. Well, all right, put this back up. Well, I think we're pretty much at time here. I'm gonna head off for the evening. I like to spend a little time with my husband before he has to go to bed for work in the morning. Appreciate all of you. I hope you had fun. Music will be our topic for next week. So come prepared for that. And yeah, have a great evening, guys, and have a wonderful rest of your week. For those of us baking in the sun, please stay cool, stay hydrated, and yeah. Have a great rest of your week, guys. Bye-bye.